Hello everyone, welcome to episode 107 of Chatting with Anthony. For this episode, I'm going to list some of the benefits of working constantly, or you could also say all the time. So, I'm going to start by saying that proper work gives people the opportunity to grow. Now that growth comes in various places, through various tasks, and it grows you in different areas. The good news is, if there's a problem, unless there's some kind of like medical condition you have that doesn't allow your body to do a certain thing, there is something you can do to combat that, and that is a part of the beauty of life. Whether it's physical strength, mental toughness, emotional stability, there is stuff out there to help combat that, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And the good news is a lot of lessons cross over. You'll learn a lesson when it comes to working out, like exercising, and you'll find out that those lessons you can utilize when it comes to your day-to-day work life or your day-to-day home life. And so the work basically gives you the opportunity to grow. I think, like, for example, an artist I like to listen to is this guy named Daunting. Forgive me if I said that wrong. I believe he's from like the Tampa Bay area. I know I've seen him wear like Tampa and Toronto stuff, and I know he's mentioned Florida a lot in his songs, so I believe he's Florida based somehow. Like, when I say somehow, I mean like from somewhere within Florida. But he's a very big encourager of work. Just go work. So, for example, when I was writing this episode, I left a note here that I was writing it while I was hungry. And that works towards being mentally tougher and also having a resilience to actual hunger. The more hunger you become accustomed to, the more you'll be able to deal with it in the long term, I guess you could say. Now, if you wrongly assess where or how you will grow, but you grow regardless, then keep going. It means that you figured something out that you didn't already know, and that's a good thing. The failure is proof that you are growing in this kind of scenario. That will always be the case. But for example, you're in the gym. If you use the chest press machine, the main target is your chest, but your shoulders are also being engaged. So even though, like, let's say it's like 80% chest and 20% shoulders, your shoulders are still getting stronger in the process of it. A lot of the stuff interlaps. In the same way that when you, get like a granola bar or I don't know the actual term for it. I don't want to use actual brand names for this, but like a soft baked bar, if that makes sense. And they advertise on the front, oh, it's made with whole wheat flour, it has X amount of grams of fiber, 4 grams, 5 grams of fiber. That's great, and those nutrients are good for you. And so I wouldn't tell you not to eat that per se on a nutritional basis, but understand that that's probably all the nutritional benefits, so to speak, that you would get from that. Rather than if you were to eat like some vegetables, there are so many different vitamins and minerals that are within that is going to give you. You'll get more overlap. You get stronger, so to speak, in these various areas. And that's basically what I'm trying to say when it comes to. But I think that lesson applies to work as well. That's why I told that story. I'm not saying don't have a little sweet treat. Not all saying that, but I guess you could also view like dieting as work. I don't know. I ascribe to the view of not calling it dieting, quote unquote, but instead just like eating and just trying to eat healthier. That just works for me mentally. But whatever works for you, really. There's nothing wrong with calling it dieting. It's more so that myself and other people have had bad experiences when it comes to dieting. So use whatever mental hurdles or mental tricks you have to use to get over the mental hurdles. And I'm going to finish off with the sentiment of, you can utilize all these strategies that you want to, but the best way to grow and the best way to work is honestly to have God lead you in how to do that. Ask him sincerely and he will lead you in the truth. He is the one true source of truth, really. So understand that he'll put you in position to fail so that you will lean on him. Part of the point of working, I think, is to get to a point where you can't do anymore. Whether it's in the gym or in business, you reach your failing points. And that's when you have the greatest opportunity to grow. And God will put you in position to fail so that you will lean on him. So I guess you could say, even, not that God agrees with me, but that this method is something that even God utilizes. And I can speak for myself personally when I say I would not have gotten this far in regards to my personal development if it wasn't for him. And I know that he does this for me out of his love, compassion, and grace. And that the love, compassion, and grace he has for me is not exclusively for me. It is for you watching this. It is for anyone you know. It is for the most despicable person that you know. That's the beauty of it. He doesn't approach humans by human standards, if that makes sense. So that's all I have for this episode. Stay safe. God bless. Trust in the Lord, and see you brothers in the next one.